Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to today's video. It is like, just woke up at 4 a.m. It's like 4:20. Got myself like ready. Cut my finger because it is what it is. But it's marathon day. And we got a fun day ahead of us. So woke up at 4 a.m. Start time is at 8 a.m. So I want to just give time to eat a breakfast, have some solids, let it sit, drink some energy drinks, clear the body out because over 26 miles, you don't want to have to stop. So right now, just get my bag set. We are in the Hard Rock Hotel in Atlantic City. This is kind of our room behind me. That's a bed. That's our stuff. Yeah, pretty sweet hotel room. There's space. And Nicole just woke up and she's over there. So I'll show you that side. Also, we're here at Mike, one of our HFP members, HFP MVP of our fourth retreat, across the hall. So we're actually just gonna like get together, hang out, and just sip some caffeine, and like kind of game plan for today's 26 miles. So I'm gonna get an energy drink in to start the process, and I'm gonna see you guys once I move over to that room. In Atlantic City, what we are doing this weekend, we're doing the King Neptune Challenge. So yesterday, me and Mike did the 5K. He'll tell you how our placements went yesterday, but did the 5K yesterday, jogged it, got like a 7:55 minute per mile. Felt smooth, which is kind of my target pace, but to do that for like 9 times as long. So we'll see how that goes. So it's gonna be a fun day. We also got a cool shirt for the Atlantic City Marathon. Got this King Neptune. So the King Neptune is that you do some 5K or 10K on Saturday, being yesterday, and you do you sign up for the half marathon or marathon. I would say you have to finish it, but the day is still young. Fun stuff also, I'm gonna just give all my excuses out early because I cut my thumb today. You know, I was like shaving and I was like, oh, let me get the hair off the shaver, and I went the wrong direction. So don't be like me. And then also, I woke up for the first time with like my left knee is like a little bit wonky, and I'm hoping it's when I sat down yesterday that I hit it into this leg. So hopefully that's why it's just a little bit wonky. So that's what I'm just gonna think it is. Because you know, a bruise is way better than like any internal stuff going on. But that is what we're looking at. And before, as Nicole's arm's giving out, because the camera's heavy, Shakalicious gummies. I've had like 3 containers of these during this carb up. They're amazing. But I did a 3-day carb up, so 700 carbs. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know how this weekend's been going. And now let's get some caffeine and head over. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
All right. So who won the 5K yesterday, and how close was it?
I won it by 1 second.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
Well, yeah. What was our time?
24:37 for me, 24:38 for you.
Yeah, so I lost. Oh. Alright, starting the day off, we got a sleeve of rice cakes, and we got 2 scoops of protein in my fancy bowl. And then also, we got a fan favorite. This is one of my favorites. We got the blue raspberry sour punch straws caffeine. So it's going to be 200 milligrams of caffeine. Hopefully, it gets to work very soon. Talk to you later. Kenny's here.
Woo!
Hi, Kenny. Yay. All right.
Practicing my form.
Yeah. He joined the party. See you later, Ken. All right, we are 2 hours out and going to be having a little bit more caffeine. Just make sure we're super good caffeinated, but then that's going to do it for probably fluids and stuff. It's about 6 a.m., so I want to be able to clear everything. But we are actually making good progress there. Marathon things, if you run, you know. And then going to probably have a little bit of fast digesting carbs. And then that's probably going to do it for food. Probably take a couple salt tabs before it's go time. And yeah, going to be running with these handsome lads over here. And we're hoping to hit some PRs. Well, actually, we all probably will hit PRs because me and Mike are marathon virgins, and Kenny's done one, but I think he had chafing issues, which did not play well for his time. So we'll see how today goes. Okay, so we are 90 minutes out, so we are done. All fluids, we are cutting off the fluids. I'll show you guys what I'm bringing in just a bit in my bag, but also, because I got the boys here, what time are we all targeting? So I am going for my goal is 3.5 hours, so 8 minutes per mile is the target. So I'm going to be trying to beat the 3 hour 30-minute pacer with my eyes on that 3 hour 25-minute pacer. And once my coach said, don't go any faster than a 7:50 pace, so like stay on pace, and then at mile 20, whatever's left, use it, and then just start pointing people out and getting a kind of like in Lord of the Rings, that like kill count when they're like, I think it was Battle of Helm's Deep, my coach was saying. See how many people I can pass in the last 6 miles. So I'm trying to beat Mike and Kenny with how many people I beat in that time. But what is your goal time, boys? Mike, what you got?
I'm shooting for 3 hours, 50 minutes.
3 hours and 50 minutes. That is a nice hoodie you got.
That's right.
Nice. So what is 3 hours 50 minutes per mile?
I don't know what 3 hours 50 minutes, but I know 3:55 is 8:58.
All right, we're getting it done. Kenny,
Woo!
what are you doing?
3:15.
Kurt
I think
Chow.
7:29. I'm gonna try it.
Jeez.
7:28.
Gonna be dusting us.
Yeah. No. I think you guys will catch up.
We'll see. All right. So that's the game plan. That's probably way too zoomed in, but no more fluids, and we're an hour and a half out. Bye. What's going on? So what are we bringing in the bag? So bringing our competition bag, we got water, nerds, game day essentials. So salt tabs, gonna take gonna take 1 salt tab every 3 miles. That's gonna be the game plan. So that's gonna be like 500 milligrams of sodium every 3 miles. Gonna be taking a goo. So gonna be carrying, I got this bag. So we got these bags of salt tabs. Gonna keep that on my person. I'm gonna have 2 of these in the back pocket because hopefully they let me take multiple. There's 4 goo stations. Stop to grab some goo. So hopefully they let me take 2, but we'll see. So we got some of these, and then the fam's gonna have some more emergency ones as I pass by in case they don't let me take extras. But this every 3 miles, 1 of these every 3 miles, and then we got pretty much grabbing water every time. So those are the 3 main variables that we're gonna be, consuming during. So those are gonna be in here. Gonna take a little glycerol beforehand, and then I got some Band-Aids and stuff. And also, how did this happen? Because, how do we do it? I didn't go over it fully, but I was shaving, and then the thing wasn't shaving too well, so I was banging it against the side of the sink to get hair out, and then it fell off, and then I grabbed it and wiped it because I couldn't tell if it was up or down, so shaved off some skin. We got the shoes for today, and we got the $20 shades, so those are what we're bringing over. Got the Crocs going over, and very important, flushable wipes. Keeping 1 of these on my person in case emergencies happen, but also I just say have these in general for race day. So definitely not forgetting those. And Kenny made me something very important. If you've ever done a marathon, you know how important this information is. So I'm learning. So I got that, and that's pretty much everything that I'm gonna be bringing, and we're gonna head over now. Caffeinated, I stopped drinking at 90 minutes out, and it's kind of the game plan. And we got, strap trowel, we got a number 2503, we got the chubbies, so it's about game time. Go time, we're about 5 minutes from marathon start, so shades are on, shoes are on, we're gonna get out there, get in line, and going pretty raw. The first mile is a warm-up, right, Kenny?
Yep.
Yeah. So go time. So we'll probably see you guys sometime later. Nicole's gonna try to get clips, and she's gonna be backed up. It's gonna be a tag team with Bella on board. So we'll see you guys later. All right. Good. Ready to get lunch? All right. Let's do it.
All right, good luck.
Hey, how's it going?
Good luck.
Bye. Bye. 5K done. 10K done.
Kevin! He's in his headphones. Hey!
15K done. Half done. 20 miles down. Time to empty the tank.
Yeah, Kev? There we go. Come on, Kev.
People take your picture, look like you're having fun.
Woo! Let's go, Kevin! Woo!
Alright, I am oh man, I'm dying.
Oh man, oh mio, mio.
The last 3 miles were really tough. I can tell the story, but yeah, I think we hit 330.
some like 28, 29, some like, I'll put the time in front of my face right now, but like,
In front of your face.
here.
And he's proud of it.
I am.
He doesn't look it.
I passed Kenny, who was supposed to like destroy us. Yeah!
My calves are
Thank you.
flat from cramps.
All right,
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dad.
But yeah, so like, what happened was, kept with the pace group for 3:30 the whole time. At mile 20, I was like, I got a little gas, let me just like find my stride. I had a smooth stride to pass. I got some distance and I passed like 13 people. So I was like, all right, we're going. And then like, I was just in no man's land and there was some dude that I had far ahead. And I was like, I'm gonna pass him. I didn't pass him.
No.
I may have like eventually, but he was far ahead. And so I just had my eye on him. And then I heard breathing like right behind me. And it was the pacer, the 3:30 pacer had caught up. And that was like, with like 3 miles left. Oh, my voice is going. 3 miles left. I don't have like much left. 3 miles left. And then, yeah, so he's right behind me. And then I got passed by these other guys. And so the pacer, and then there was 3 other guys trying to keep with him. And they kind of passed me a little bit. And then we all got water. And then I was able to pass them. And then I never turned back. And there were 2 fast guys that I was just trying to keep up with. As I talk, my voice is like gone. But we'll talk more later, but I think we broke 3:30.
Wait, while it's
you're
fresh,
good.
describe what you felt limited by in the last 3 miles.
Limited? It was like my legs were heavy.
So it wasn't aerobic.
Well, yeah, my hamstrings were close to cramping, but I had so many salt tabs.
Nice.
And I had enough kick. My last mile, I was like, you did all this, you have 1 mile to go. Don't get hawked by the pacer now. And so I like sprinted the very, very end, because that was the guy I think that I had my eye on for so long. And I think I passed him.
You didn't want to hear the breathing on your neck?
Oh, like around there. So happy, I think we got it with some safety. But I am so beat. I don't want to do this again for a long time. And I can't say it was fun, but we did it. Talk to you later. All right. Yeah, check out all the salt I got on me. Like all this just like, yeah, it's like literally like salt. But yeah, it's been like 45 minutes regaining the ability to walk. But like interesting enough, like the worst part is my shoulder, because the last like 3 miles I was like hunched and I was trying to like use my body to lean forward, and I don't know, my shoulder's like struggling. But besides that, like yeah, left it all out there, so I feel fulfilled. But doesn't mean I feel good. And that it's like getting lean for a bodybuilding show. If you feel awful, you're lean enough. If you feel good, you're probably not lean enough. The marathon, like, I feel awful. So I think I maxed out what I had today. So I'm pretty happy about that and feeling good. But we got to get some food. I'm gonna keep sitting here for a bit and thinking about my decisions. But feeling good. Woo! You deserve it.
So you'll take the water from him and not me? Wow.
I gotta get the bottle. Is this the place that throws friends? Yeah, that was fun.
So I can take it back some, so I don't have to run into this intensity.
53, gosh. All right, so official chip time 3:28:53. Got it. All right, and so really happy about that. Got my goal, so happy. And I don't think any marathon goes 100% to plan. I had like 10 salt tabs when I was only expecting to do one every 3, so that would still be like 8 or 9. But that really worked really well. I'm so happy about that. So the carb gels was actually kind of like the learning thing of this, because I only brought 2 in my pocket, and then they were supposed to be handing them out at like I think mile 7 or something, and I just didn't see them. There was no markings of like gel packets here, and they only had like 4 pickups during the whole marathon, so I didn't have any, and it was like mile 11 or something. I was with the pace group around 3:30, so there's a pacer, there's like probably 6 or 7 guys around me, and then I took my earphones out. I was like, hey, when's because I said this to the pacer, I was like, hey, like, are they gonna be handing out like carb gels? And it's like, oh yeah, like I think they did one at 7, the next one's at like I think he said 15 and a half. And I was like, oh, all right, I guess I missed them. I didn't see them. And they were like, oh, yeah, they had them. And a guy behind me was like, oh, dude, I got an extra if you need. And I was like, oh, saving grace. Whoever that guy was, you're probably not watching, but you are my best friend now. And it was espresso love flavor. So love was in the air, and it was delicious. So
I had that gave me the push, and then the next gel station, because it didn't, again, not marked, they're just handing stuff out, and I saw one lady with like banana flavored boom gels, which I've been training with. She had one in like the handout, and then she had like a couple, like 4 more in her like left hand. And then as I ran, I was like, ooh, when I noticed. So I took one, I was like, oh, let me take 2, and then like she kind of put all of them in her other hand. I was like, just let me take a bunch, and then I took 4. So I put 2 in the pocket, 1 in the back pocket that's zippered. Then I put 1 in my side pocket, and then I put the other one in my mouth. And that was really useful. So I think overall, what did I have? Like 7 gels or so. So that was pretty solid. Had like 10 salt packets. And there were times where I felt my hamstrings close to getting to cramping. There was feeling a little something, but I have a salt pill, and then I was good in like a minute or 2. The only issue with the salt tabs, so each one is a gram of sodium chloride, so like about a little bit less than a half gram of sodium each. The only issue was I would have them not at every water station, so I just like put it in my mouth, build up some saliva and get it down, but like the next like 20 seconds sometimes was fighting vomiting when it's like working its way down the esophagus, but you know, it didn't puke, so we take those. But yeah, those were kind of like the curveballs of the thing. I guess the general like story of the race for me was pretty, I'd say, relatively smooth. Going all through, the pacer at 3 hour 30 finish time was great. He was doing his thing, just stayed pretty much 5 yards behind him and kind of ran that until mile 20. And then I was like, all right, coach said, let it rip, empty the tank. And so I tried to. I got a little bit of a lead, got in front of our pack a little bit, and I was like, oh, I'm striding these out, I'm feeling good. And then I started counting how many people I passed. I think I got like 13 passed, was feeling good. But I think after 3 miles, around mile 23, didn't realize, but I was slowing down. My 740 paces became like 805, 810. And then I keep looking, I start hearing breathing behind me and like footsteps. I look back, and it's this blue tank top that looks familiar. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the 3 hour 30 pacer. I thought that I was hot shit. I sped up, and they caught me. And so then I had to like, I was just battling, kept looking behind me to like get past him. I had this guy in the distance that I was like trying to pass. He stayed like 30 yards ahead. Couldn't catch him, but in my mind I was like, I'm going to get him. I think I eventually did get him. But yeah, so 23 miles. So the last 5K, the last 3 miles, I was fighting some demons, trying to battle, stay in front of the blue shirt. Eventually he did we and him were side by side, probably for a good amount of time. So right at that, target pace. And then I think this one guy who was in our pace group, he jetted out ahead. But I ended up like catching him, but then he then just destroyed us all. So the pacer was right next to me. And we were going for like, probably that was like the 24 to 25th mile. I'm like, oh man, I got to get out of here. And then I found like this group of 3 people, and this was someone that I thought that I could catch in front of me, and so that just kept me motivated. I was like, all right, get that guy. And like, it was like challenging enough that it distracted me. And then I had like this group of, I think, one guy that I was trying to catch. It wasn't the guy who was like 30 yards ahead. No chance. But I'm not sure if I got him at the end. I forgot. I had like 2 brain cells left by the end of the race. And so we had this little group of 3 of us that were like running together, and we were moving. And then I just felt good, and apparently we were doing like a 740 pace. And my biggest fear the last mile was like, don't get hawked by the 3 hour 30 minute pacer. Don't get hawked. You did all this work. You got 1 mile left. You did 6 months of work. I can kind of like close the chapter on marathon running if I can beat 3 hour 30. If I can beat that. So I'm like, don't let this guy hawk you and just like, I was like, oh, he's a pacer, so they're not supposed to like vary their pacing too much. But I was like, if this guy has to sprint to make his like end time 3 hour 30 and he just sprints past me, I'm gonna be pissed. And so there were 2 other guys in front of me. As like, you got the crowd on either side, you see the finish line, and then that's where I just like kind of I jetted from there. I started sprinting, so I cleared those 2 guys that were in front of me, and then I was able to hit my time, and I was probably going like 7 hour 30 pace like as I crossed the finish line, because like, I'm not getting hawked, I'm finishing this out. And then I got sub 3:29, so super happy about it. But absolutely, I think that I did empty the gas tank. I was very tired and just had to sit down for a while, and like I think we probably have clips, but yeah, like I was pretty done. The good thing is I feel that I really emptied out what I had. So with all my training, all the preparation, I think that I performed at like what kind of my performance or capacity is. I didn't like underperform, so I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much, you know, put the chapter on this running journey. I mean, me and Mike have some Spartan races, but like this was the, you know, the Big Daddy Marathon. We got it done, sub 3:30, happy about it. Picked up running in April, went right into like a marathon prep, and I think the side quest went pretty well. Best part of the day now, we're in Atlantic City, New Jersey. There's this place called Tony Baloney's. You have probably seen on the internet, a taco pizza where there's like guacamole. Again, 2 brain cells left. There's guacamole in the center, and then there's like tacos all around it, and it's on top of a pizza. So we're getting that. So hopefully before it's gone, I can get you guys a video of that. And yeah, that's pretty much the story of the race ultimately. So lessons I learned, probably bring more gel packs, or just be more aware, or like just memorize where the gel packs are supposed to be. But you know, shout out to the homie who hooked it up with the espresso love. Shout out to the lady who had like a handful of banana boom gels later on that I just pretty much cleared her entire handful. And just, yeah, really awesome event. And also shout out to the pacer who I was fighting for my life to stay ahead of. But ultimately had a fun run, really happy about it, excited to eat. But yeah, so that's pretty good stuff. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna eat.
That's crazy.
I'm kind of pumped for a taco.
What?
That's cheap. The first time I saw taco pizza. Look at the phone.
Oh yeah, the bone.
And then we're just pulling this bitch out.
Yep.
Oh,
That is that's like popping a pimple. That's epic.
that's all.
Oh my god, the dino rib, it looks cool, but it's amazing. This may be one of the best sandwiches I've like ever had. So that was tremendous. So we're gonna eat all this. Tony Baloney's, after the first bite, gets an A+ from me. So we're gonna do this, and that's probably gonna do it for the vlog. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm done running. See you guys later. Bye. My name is Kevin. I'm gonna finish in 3 hours and 30 minutes.
3:28 or 29?
My name is Mike, and I'm gonna finish in 3:50.
Let's get better.
3:53:53.
My name is Kenny. I'm gonna finish in 3:16. Woo!
3:29:10.